Hello again, friends
Hi there.
and neighbors. We've made it a tradition so far. So, what are you drinking this evening, sir?
Good old agua.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, it's mostly water.
Mostly water. Oh, yeah, the sweet elixir.
Right, refreshing.
Oh, so how are you, Boo Boo?
I'm doing pretty okay today, I reckon.
Been
Doing all right.
daisying?
No, I've just been chilling today.
Yeah. I
Kind of
got
been.
your message about our about my gear. I'll have to gear up later after we do the live, which is every Tuesdays at 6 o'clock, by the way, on YouTube.
Hopefully, you're tuning in to watch as we're recording this.
Yeah, because we're about to go live in 50 minutes because I was running late today. So, man, yeah, that'd be fun. But yeah, today we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the history of frozen foods because I'm hungry.
For some frozen dinners.
Frozen. Well, yeah, I'm not really. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Hit the music.
Boom! The music never
And
fails to get me hype.
what a magical song that is. Yeah, it never fails to get us hype as we sit on our cameras waiting for it like this.
Right, straight faced, staring
Straight
it
face.
down.
Yeah. Ah, here we go again. So, how do you feel about frozen foods?
I don't really mind them. I'm not like some people. Like some
Some people are
some
picky.
people prefer. Yeah, some people like fresh or would prefer like dried over frozen. Maybe I don't know. I might just
I
be
don't know.
making that up.
Not me, but miss
Nah.
me with that, as the kids say.
I mean, I mean, fresh if available, but I do not discriminate. I
Yeah,
don't eat them
yeah, I'm just
enough
saying.
either way.
Right, right. The only when it comes to frozen foods, I'm accidentally eating way too many burritos as opposed to like frozen peas or broccoli. That's not
Right,
true.
beans
I
are
like a little bit
vegetables.
of both. Purple's a fruit. So this is kind of interesting, and I forgot about it, so I just read it right here. I skimmed through it to make sure this was finished. Completely forgot about it. This is another one I did a while back. Actually, when we were doing the history of the microwave, I started the research on this
Okay.
one. So go way back if you're a listener who's not heard our archives. The history of the microwaves. We talked a little bit about frozen foods because the microwave kind of changed things. But this predates that. So,
Frozen vegetables predate the microwave.
frozen foods in general, yeah. Vegetables specifically, yes. But we'll get there, we'll get there. Actually, it wasn't even. No. See, it was actually fish that inspired frozen food.
Okay.
And the guy who was the inspiree, I guess, was a man named Clarence Birdseye. Not joking.
Bird
That's
guy.
his. Yeah, we still have Birdseye frozen foods today. This was the inventor of it. He was actually in. Oh, I did not write down where this is, but are you familiar with the? I don't know if it's a state or not a state. I don't know if it's a city. Labrador. Oh, it's a region in Canada, and it's also a
Definitely
dog.
not. Right. I'm familiar with the dog, not the region.
Yeah, so he was searching in this dog's asshole, and no, not really. Yeah, he was living in Labrador in 1912 through 1917, and he observed indigenous Inuit people quickly freezing freshly caught fish with cold in the cold air. And when thawed later, the fish retained their texture and taste. See, up until then, there was frozen foods, but it was slowly frozen, and the difference is that slow freezing causes large crystals to damage food structure, or for the food cell structure. So when they did the slow freezing thing, it would end up tasting shitty. It wouldn't have the same texture. But freezing it quickly, like in the Labrador air, it would actually preserve the flavor and the texture. So this was like a eureka moment for him, and he returned to the U.S. with a system, or developed a system where he'd pack food. They would pack food into waxed cardboard boxes and then freeze them rapidly between refrigerated metal plates under pressure. So it was kind of like an iron, but freezy.
Okay. All right.
Just
Yeah. That's pretty neat.
yeah. I didn't know they did it like that. I thought, maybe they like flash. I always assumed flash freezing involved, and it probably does now, but I've assumed always involved like dry ice or something.
Yeah.
That quick.
Something really cold.
Really cold, like something you could really, frostbite into.
Right. You just pour a bunch of liquid nitrogen on it.
Frostbite into. Hold on, let me give me this one.
Oh.
Oh. But yeah, he patented this design in 1930, so there's a little time in there before he like patented this idea. But it was, I mean, I thought it was kind of, because I've heard this story before, but it's kind of a cool how innovation just can happen just like that. Like he just happened to notice this and was like, okay, I can do that.
Right. It keeps its structure, you say. I don't
I'm
have
sure
to eat moosh.
I'm sure he didn't look at it like that. I'm sure it was just, oh, this isn't shitty. This actually tastes like food. Maybe they're onto something.
It's not just some waterlogged piece of moosh.
Yeah, maybe these Canadians are onto something. Got to take it. So,
Right.
to distribute the frozen... I thought of it. My idea. The problem was, like with a lot of things, a lot of food in general, especially cold stuff, didn't travel well. Yeah. So he had to invent an entire process, not only to freeze the stuff, like he invented the freezing technology, the metal plates went, but he also had to build the infrastructure, which was refrigerated box cars, which rail cars to the lay people, and special. He actually helped develop the first freezer displays in stores. So
Okay.
yeah, and he eventually sold his company to Postum, which, if you're not familiar like I am, later became General Foods. I had no idea about that, by the way.
No.
And they were actually the ones who took his name and created the Birdseye frozen food company. So,
All right. Well, I hope they paid him a little royalty.
you know what? I don't know what they
that's-
paid him. Let's see. see what he, because he put a lot of work into that. I mean, not only developing the idea, he put it into use. And
Right, he could have stopped at frozen vegetables and made it someone else's problem easily.
yeah, his technology would actually freeze fish fillets with chilled air at negative 45 degrees. That's pretty impressive for 1922.
Did they use Frigidators? Like the technology we were using for
What?
air conditionings and shit?
That's a good question. And of course, because I didn't write this down, I'm perusing fucking Wikipedia to find out what I left out, and I don't see what exactly he used for that technology. He conducted experiments with the refrigerating. It was okay. So he did these experiments in a company, like a company he didn't own. It was just the Clothal refrigeration company that he was like, "Hey, can I freeze these fish?" They're like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So,
Can you freeze these fish?
can you
Please.
freeze these fish? Of course you
easily
can.
Freeze these fish.
For you, Mr.
Kidding me?
Birdseye, anything.
With a name that cool.
With
let
a
you
name
sleep
like
with my
that,
wife.
it's got to be good. Yeah, I like you, sir. You can come over and fuck my sister. I'm sure he didn't say that.
Well, it might have.
And it was a bad joke, but you know what? I feel like I deserve it.
Go ahead, give him a round of. Yeah, just
Oh, I
saying.
got to do
It's about
something.
time you guys lighten up. It's about time you guys lighten up a little. Get the sticks out of your ass.
Oh, so anyway, yeah, he the fucked up thing was he did sell his patents and his company, but not before his company went bankrupt. There was no interest in the product. Like he developed all this new stuff that we use in every grocery store today. But at the time, they were like, that's witchcraft. I don't want to be a part of that.
Frozen vegetable.
So yeah, it kind of backfired on him. I don't see how much he actually saw. Oh, there we go. Okay, holy shit. God damn. All right, so when he sold his all right, make sure I'm reading this right. Yeah, so like I said, it wasn't very popular. The company went bankrupt. But he patented all this machinery that he used and all of this the technology and blah blah blah. He sold the patents to Goldman Sachs and the Postum, which was General Mills. The owner of the Postum Company herself, Marjorie Merriweather Post, offered him $22 million.
Then,
Then, yeah,
holy shit.
which right here is approximately $335 million in 2021.
Wow.
She and the vice president, she offered him the vice president position after offering him that money, after touring the facilities and seeing all this innovation he created, and was just like, holy shit.
It's like I'd have to be a dumbass not to take that.
Yeah, and this is a cool thing too. Like how she came across him in the first place was she was dining on board her yacht, as one does, and she had a scrumptious, whole, fresh turkey that was purchased frozen. And so I guess after the first bite, she was like, "What is this?
How is
How?
it still so juicy? How does it stay together?
How on my yacht
It
of all
falls
places?"
Here on my yacht, just for me.
Is this turkey of the sea?
Oh my god. It's falling off the bone, but not because it's decomposed.
It tastes fresh. So yeah. So yeah, I guess she was just so impressed that she immediately wrote a check for the $22 million.
Like, I want you to find this man.
Find this man. Find this god who froze this turkey.
Find this master of the elements who froze this bird and delivered it to me.
Who are you that bends the will of nature to your very will? They treat him like an airbender. Oh, but see, the big problem with why his why his product didn't take off in the first place was because freezer technology in homes was limited at the time. So yeah, you could buy it frozen, but then what the fuck are you gonna do with it, right? So
Right, you gotta sit around and wait for it to thaw out and then immediately eat it.
yeah, because you can't just throw it in the oven like a normal person.
No, it's frozen.
No, yeah, it's frozen. You can't do that. It's gonna be hot on the outside and cold in the middle, like when you microwave shit.
Yeah,
God, I hate that.
go watch the microwave.
Boiling on the sides, frozen in the middle, still a rock.
Right, too hot to clutch, but
And then
cold
when you get
enough to freeze you.
when you get the whole thing cooked, then it's all just shit. It's
Yeah.
all hard on the outsides. Don't get me started
Right,
on burritos.
Oh man, or hot pockets.
Oh yeah, hot pockets. Yeah, there's no middle ground. It's either frozen, as God intended, or when you try to heat it up and try to get it to that perfect steamy goodness in the middle, it's either frozen in the middle or it blows out.
Yeah, there really is no in between.
Yeah, and then you're scraping it off the sides and all that, and then it's still frozen in the middle.
There's also this sandwich at work. They're like Rayburn's, like
Oh,
they got like
yeah,
Philly
yeah.
cheese and ham and cheese. And those motherfuckers, man, you cook them just a little bit below the recommended time, and they're still fucking like you break a tooth biting into it. Well, you
Oh,
cook it for the recommended amount of time, and the fucking bread gets all hard and shit.
oh,
Like,
the
what am I
chewy
supposed to
bread.
do?
It's
Yeah.
like,
And then the one end down there is like fucking, I don't know. like hardtack.
Oh, those things. Those
They're good.
sandwiches.
They're good.
They're
I
not, but
like
they are.
not good
they're
for you, probably.
they're that perfect shitty goodness.
Right.
I don't know how else to describe
Right.
it. It's the shitty goodness. It's not good. It's not good for you. It doesn't taste
No.
great, but it's fucking
It's
good.
it's the best of a bad situation.
Kind of, yeah, kind of. But you still crave it, even though you don't. You know it's not
Oh yeah.
good. You know, it's kind of like. Have you ever had the White Castle frozen? Not, I've never been to a real White Castle. Don't attack me. I know there's gonna be a lot of people. But the White Castle frozen burgers. Have you ever had those?
Yeah. I got them at work, and
Oh, they're
they
at
were
work
pretty
too.
good.
They're okay.
Yeah.
They're shitty,
They're
but
okay.
they're all right. They're all right.
I feel like at the restaurant they do great.
Yeah, I've looked it up because when I believe it was also when I was doing one of the old episodes. I can't remember which one. Oh, I was researching for a fast food episode that we're going to do one day.
Right.
For reference, I searched this. I remember it was back around Christmas of last year when I started researching it. So we haven't even touched that one yet. But I was White Castle was innovative in some ways, but we'll get there. We'll get there in a couple months.
Are you gonna
But
have to
yeah.
wait for that one?
The closest one I think is like 4 hours away, maybe further.
Not worth it.
I don't know. If you ever want to take a road trip, just give me the word. We'll go.
We're going to White Castle, buddy.
We'll document it. We'll make a podcast out of it. Maybe we could live stream the whole thing. Anyway, but yeah. So like I said, technology wasn't quite there. But during the Great Depression, financial constraints also slowed the growth of the frozen food industry because there was very promising technology that could be affordable in the homes, but it still just wasn't quite there yet. And then with the economic, depression, no one's going to want to buy some new luxury. But then World War II came, and that was kind of a turning point for frozen foods because rationing and shortages made the idea of frozen food that you can hold for a while more attractive, and so the demand began to grow because also around this time refrigerators, freezers became more common, supermarkets started growing, and the frozen food really just started to take off into the post-war boom. I was going to say post-boom war, but that's wars usually start with the boom, so it wasn't. So, and that's when, this post-war boom, that's when the frozen foods began to expand rapidly, not just in like sales, but in concepts. So it wasn't just vegetables and fish anymore. They started doing the frozen dinners.
Yeah.
Around 53, 54 is when those TV dinners really started to take off. That's we talked about it before with the microwaves episode, the Swanson brand, and
Yeah.
and
Why
just
buy
a
a bunch
brief
of different frozen things when you could buy one tray with a bunch of frozen stuff
exactly. Just to kind of recap, we'll go over, and I don't think we've referenced this guy before. Maybe we did. The company Swanson, there was a salesman for them named Gary Thomas, and he's the one who proposed the idea of using leftover turkey from Thanksgiving into a 3-compartment aluminum tray with side dishes like peas, stuffing, sweet potatoes, and that's where the first TV dinners came from. Tray was inspired by the airline meals. We kind of went over this before, but I don't want to rehash the same episode again. So if you haven't listened to the microwave episode, go back. It's not that far back there to look at.
there. You won't see our beautiful faces, but you'll hear our
That's
voices.
true. Maybe we should just go all over the whole thing again then.
At least the keynotes.
Those dinners sold for like 98 cents back in the day, and they sold like 10 million of them in the first year. So
That's crazy.
yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a lot. That's like roughly $10 million.
Right, and the jobs that must create and blah 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 blah.
Yeah. There was another person involved in the creation of the TV dinner. Gary Thomas often gets the credit because, he was the Swanson Brothers guy. But there was a lady named Betty Cronin who is also she also helped innovate it. She was one of the ones that would really get in there and find out what works and what doesn't without causing food safety issues, which was not really a concern for a lot of people. But
Like,
yeah,
it's
so
cooked. Calm down.
it's cooked. What more do you want? It's not frozen in the middle. Oh, sorry. Paul just texted me, reminding us about the live stream tonight, guys. Tuesdays, 6 o'clock, YouTube.
Yeah, sure. Link.
Oh, yeah, link. And if you need a link, it'll be on our Facebook page. Segways. So, other companies like Stouffer's, Banquet, Morton, they all jumped in and got on this new craze. The TV dinner really just changed how Americans ate. It allowed people to have complete meals straight from the freezer, right into the oven, no cooking required, really, and often in front of the TV, which created new social habits. That actually affected how we watch TV. Affected ratings and stuff, and like why we have primetime television shows and things like that. It was all centered around the TV dinner, which is pretty wild to me. That
Right.
it changed so many things in society.
Today's YouTube video while you eat is yesterday's TV dinner.
Yeah, yeah, or Hulu if you're into that kind of thing.
Fuck Hulu.
Hey, that's where I watch American Dad.
YouTube.
YouTube is cool. And of course, over time, the frozen meals evolved into beyond the 3-compartment turkey dinner, into pizzas, entrees. You can buy an entire fucking lasagna and throw it in there now, which I'm all for.
Yeah, I fuck with lasagna.
Yeah.
I haven't really tried any frozen dinners that I haven't liked.
I don't like
I've liked
Salisbury
everything
steak.
from Kid Cuisine to Hungry Man.
Kid Cuisine, yeah, you shove about 3 of those in my face, I'm good.
Yeah, those were the tits back in the day.
Oh, back in the day, it was my favorite, probably. Banquet was pretty good too.
Yeah, Banquet's pretty good.
Yeah, the brownie that would always blow up into the mac and cheese and the corn.
Yeah. God damn it. The fucking
Every
corn
time.
water would get over in the brownie.
Oh, and make the nuggets soggy.
Oh.
Still ate it.
Still ate that shit. Yeah.
Oh, so Charles F. Seabrook of Seabrook Farms was a major agricultural partner in the frozen food business. He joined General Foods, or Birdseye, sorry, god damn it, in the 1930s to build processing and freezing plants right on the farm. So basically what this helped us do is instead of having to pick it, take it to a warehouse, then do it, they were flash freezing these things almost right from the vine. So
Boom,
he
on
helped,
site.
yeah, frozen on site and then shipped to your mouth.
Brilliant.
And of course we could get into it, but there was a dark side to this, of course, because it was the 1930s. Labor struggles, worker exploitation, poor working conditions, which is basically 3 different ways of saying almost the same thing, were documented in studies of the Seabrook's farm history. It was kind of like at the time no one really noticed it, and then somebody did some research for the traditions of things, and they're like, "Oh, this will be great," and they're like, "Oh fuck, oh shit,
Damn, dude, a bunch of people got frozen."
Oh, that would be brutal. Be
Right.
flash frozen."
Look like Han Solo when he's frozen in the whatever that shit is.
Carbonite?
Yeah, I think that's right.
If it's not, there's some nerds freaking out in the comments section right now.
Yeah. Let us know if we're wrong.
Yeah, type F in the chat if we're wrong. But to get back to Mr. Birdseye, he created all these things. I forgot to mention this. He did pass away because this was a long time ago. He died in 1956 of a heart attack, unfortunately.
Oh.
But he died at the greatest age possible. 69.
69. Nice.
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 And at a hotel. I don't know what he was doing there. He might have lived there,
Oh,
which is not
you know what
uncommon
he was
if you
doing
go.
there.
Ah, nice. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Of course, we've evolved in packaging, but and the way we freeze is it's different maybe in concept, but or not in concept, but in execution. The concept remains the same. We flash freeze it as quickly as possible, and it less damages to the foods. I think they've really only changed things to make it more efficient and
Freeze
maybe
flashier.
yeah, flashier, uh, freezier. But the basic concept's still there. It's all there. You know, he invented it, and it's pretty much very similar now. Maybe different technology, but the idea has remained the same.
Right. Don't let it take its time, or it'll ruin it.
The only thing that's really like changed in a way that like is completely different from how they did it because they used the wax cardboard back in the day, but now it's more plastic, the cellophane, and all that kind of stuff. And the reason for that is because it lasts longer and it prevents the freezer burn and it also maintains the taste for longer. So, we've changed a little bit, but it's mainly in the packaging. And of course, it's one of the biggest food industries around now is the frozen food industry. And all because one guy got a great idea.
Right.
Yeah.
Most people probably don't even know this poor Birdseye's name.
Oh, we see it all the time. We just don't realize it's a real name. Like, I've always seen Birdseye and just assumed it was, that's like, clever. It's a bird.
That's off-brand.
But because we're in a little bit of a hurry today, this probably might be a shorter episode. But we're going to go over some top 5 fun facts.
All right. Top 5.
Number 1, in no particular order.
Number 1.
We kind of went over this already. The surplus turkey gave birth to the TV dinner. So the reason I picked this one is because it's kind of fun. The fact that the reason they needed to get rid of all this turkey, it wasn't just a clever marketing ploy to make a TV dinner based on Thanksgiving, right? They had over 260 tons of unsold turkey after Thanksgiving and needed to fucking get rid of it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's how they repackaged it. Was this guy created an idea and it worked. Number 2. The Inuit freezing process or technique was the spark. And of course we already talked about this, but it's the reason I mentioned this one, and again, I try not to mention the same facts, but this one I want to break down a little bit better. The reason I found this so cool is because most of the stuff we've had as far as food technology goes happened in a lab. The microwave, things like that, all invented under controlled circumstances. His inspiration came directly from how the Inuit people preserved their fish. It wasn't a normal thing where he was, in most of the food world, they were freezing food very fast in very cold air. And that's what sparked that inspiration. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. You'd be like, what the hell are these guys doing? Dum-dums?
And it's one thing to just freeze something, but it's the speed of how it froze that really changed everything.
Right. And both are frozen, but one will preserve and one will ruin.
All right, here's another one, number 3.
Number 3.
So Mr. Birdseye wasn't just about food. He was a fat fuck. No, he wasn't really. he actually, the picture I see of him, I've only found one. It's a yearbook picture of him, and he looks rather skinny, although kind of nerdy, but makes sense because he was actually a very prolific inventor. Beyond food technology stuff that he helped develop, he also developed infrared heat lamps. He made his own style of harpoons, and also helped develop a method of converting sugarcane waste into paper pulp. And this overall,
it's a jack of all trades.
Yeah, just a jack off of all trades. He held over 300 patents in his lifetime.
Damn.
Yeah. Number 4. Oh, labor and farming complexity behind the frozen veggies. the Seabrooks Farms, we're going back to them again, their operation was highly integrated. They grew crops, froze them, stored them, distributed them via their own refrigerated trucks and warehouses. That may not seem like a crazy concept today, but for the time, at least in this scale, it was. That I didn't really go into that earlier, but it is pretty crazy that they had this entire system of just they grew the crops, they froze them themselves, they stored it, they had their own storage facilities, they distributed them, they had their own trucks, their own warehouses out throughout the country. They were big into it. But
That's pretty brilliant.
But they were pretty fucked up to work for. And
Like you could take one vegetable home as your payment.
yeah, one vegetable, and it must be unfrozen.
I don't care if you have a family of 5. I said one vegetable.
One vegetable, and it better not be a potato. I know you. I know you can do a lot with that.
No fun here at this warehouse.
Oh, let's see. Number 5.
Number 5.
I don't like that one. Hold on a second. I don't want to read another one that I forgot was already in it. Like I said, this was one I've researched a little bit on earlier. Here's one. Okay. Let me make sure it's actually real. Google. Frozen spinach helped popularize frozen vegetables. And I know that sounds weird, but when frozen foods began to expand in the 30s, spinach was one of the most popular ones.
Ooh.
Don't know why. Well, I do know why. Have you ever worked with fresh spinach in a kitchen?
No.
It's a lot of washing, destemming, chopping. It was a lot of labor involved, and so frozen spinach was like, oh fuck yes.
Right,
Finally.
all that shit's already taken care of. I could just heat this shit up.
Oh yeah, fuck it. No, I don't have to do anything with it. All right.
Little S&P never killed nobody.
But yeah, that's where we're gonna stop with this because we gotta go live. And I hate making a shorter episode, but you have that on these big jobs sometimes.
Right, when you're multi-ventured and taking on many projects at once, you're gonna have to cut corners somewhere.
And also, to be fair, this episode probably would have been twice as long if I had not chugged that Celsius before we started recording. I mean,
talked faster.
I fucking chugged that thing on the way back to the house because I had to drive home before I could even say, "Hey, look, I'm getting online." I literally walked in the door, put the groceries away, and then sat down and texted you like, logging on. So, anything you want to add today, Boo Boo?
Well, I'm probably still not going to eat any more vegetables than I should, but
I think we all could eat more vegetables, truthfully.
Once again, some of the best methods are shown to the I don't want to put colors on it, but the white man is shown by the indigenous man once again how to do shit right.
We didn't know how to grow
corn.
Turn around
and make money off of it.
Exactly. We didn't even know how to grow corn. I mean, that's embarrassing.
You mean maize?
We call it our own word, corn.
I'm gonna call it something manly like corn.
Like those things I get on my foot.
Oh. Wonder if they were called that before the vegetable was called that.
Oh, that's a good question. Let's do the history of foot ailments next week.
Oh, that was thank you.
Where did athlete's foot begin?
I was probably so bad back then.
Oh man, yeah, because you're on your feet all the time too.
Right, you're not.
Yeah, there's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
You don't have a car. You got to either walk or ride a horse. History of hygiene. We got to do that one day.
A lot more barefoot hippies too. Of course, they would have been hippies at the time.
No, we would have just called them people. Oh, anyway, join us next time. And remember, if you're listening to this on a Tuesday, come to our YouTube.
Yeah, come on down.
There's room for everybody at the table.
All right, subscribe to the YouTube. Go over to the TikTok. Follow us wherever.
Yeah, and have a great day.
Love.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.